Hi guys, it's Mikael, and today me and Bebese are gonna watch Aldo's World, and we're going to, watch 3 haunted Chuck E. Cheese stories you wouldn't believe. Creepy. Of course, I wouldn't believe that stuff because obviously it's not real. It's fake. But we're just gonna, but skip. Pretend I didn't say that, and let's just continue watching.
For many people, a place of laughs, fun, and birthday parties.
It's
But what if I
cringe.
told you that something sinister has happened at Chuck E. Cheese? I have personally stayed overnight at Chuck E. Cheese and got away with it. But what if I told you that somebody tried staying overnight at Chuck E. Cheese and they didn't get so lucky? Tonight, I'm going to be telling you guys 3 true
Let me tell you some trivia. I actually watched, these types of videos before. Arcane Coraniacs and obviously Aldo's World. Like, back in the day. These videos scared the hell out of me. Well, especially. But honestly, yeah, now I'm a teenager, and basically this thing is not scary, and pretend I said that. Obviously, yeah. Let's just
scary
watch
stories that has happened in Chuck E. Cheese. And if you are brave enough to stick around till the end of the video, hit that like button. Let's see how many people are brave enough to stick around.
Wait. Okay, guys, I'm back. I just have to get the blanket. Obviously, you can't see it.
Until the end of the video, where each story will be creepier than the next. This video was inspired by Craniacs. Big shout out to guys at Craniacs. I'm gonna leave their link in the description down below. Go check them out. Smash that like button and let's begin. Story number 1. There once was a Chuck E. Cheese in my town. It was a very fun.
To be honest, look at that crown. That crown kind of looks edible, and looks cool. Obviously, it's a balloon.
Chuck E. Cheese to go to, but
Yeah, kind of.
one day it unexpectedly closed, never to be reopened again.
Anyways.
I think I was the reason. I really love Chuck E. Cheese. Every Wednesday, I would go to Chuck E. Cheese with the $10 that my parents had given me. At the time, I was only in the 6th grade. Everyone would make fun of us for going to Chuck E. Cheese, but we really didn't care.
Well, for me, like obviously high schoolers go to McDonald's. I mean, Jollibee's, even though they're teens. They're doing this for obviously for the nostalgia and food. And to be honest, Jollibee's is kind of better than Chuck E. Cheese. Jollibee. Chuck E. Cheese. Good joke.
We just loved Chuck E. Cheese. All we wanted to do was go spend our tokens that our parents had given us. But something was a little bit different today. Today, we had a different plan. You see, the funny thing is, I told my mom that I was sleeping at my friend's house, and he told his mom that he was sleeping at my house, and no one would find out, we thought. The plan was to stay overnight at Chuck E. Cheese. And where could you hide in a Chuck E. Cheese? We figured the best place...
I'm just going to pause the video, so I'm gonna wait for Bebese to come back. Okay, guys, we're back. Anyways, yeah, we have to go back in the blankets. Yeah.
House, and he told his mom that he was sleeping at my house, and no one would find out, we thought. The plan was to stay overnight at Chuck E. Cheese. And where could you hide in a Chuck E. Cheese? We figured the best place would be the ball pit. We waited till there was 5 minutes left until closed, till there was nobody looking. We ran to the ball pit and hid inside. Soon after, the announcement that they were closing came on. A couple of minutes later, the lights came off. We tried not to make a noise, but it was a little difficult trying to breathe in between those balls. We couldn't...
Hey, yo, that... If you put that out of context, it, it sounds pretty more bad and pretty more sus. Anyways, yeah, that is that. Yeah. Anyways, for me, if I have a choice to, sneak into Chuck E. Cheese and stay there overnight, I would probably choose the Sky Tubes, or even, yeah, definitely the Sky Tubes. Anyways, fun fact: the blanket we're using is broken. Like there's a big ass hole. Anyways, yeah.
Contain the excitement. It was very difficult not to laugh. Finally, after what had seemed like hours of the employees cleaning, I never knew Chuck E. Cheese employees clean that much. We waited and waited. Finally, after we haven't heard anything for 20 minutes, we decided to come out. Here's the thing. All the lights were off, except for the stage, where we could clearly see Munch's make-believe band excited as ever. We walked around the room filled with dark screens, wondering what to do next. Everything seemed normal at first, until it wasn't. I was staring at Helen for a little while, and when I turned around...
Of all the characters you have to look for too long, you choose Helen, the damn chicken. You could choose Ralph, you could oh wait, Ralph is his friend. You could choose this dog guy, you could choose Pasquale, you could choose Munch, you could even choose Chucky, but you chose Helen? Hey yo, you're zesty!
Ralph was suddenly not there.
Okay, that somewhat gave me the chills. Don't, obviously not my spine.
Ralph, where did you go? I was looking for my friend Ralph. I couldn't seem to find him anywhere.
Yeah, that is Munch.
It's like he had just vanished.
Okay, to be honest, if my friend was gone, then I wouldn't search for him. No, I would basically do what, the main character did later on. Use a chair, break the window, crack it open, and call the police. And call the police that my friend went missing in Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah, I know I'm probably gonna get my butt whipped from my mom, that if she knew that I just stayed over in Chuck E. Cheese rather than staying at my friend's house. But hey, my friend's safety is way more important than my ass.
Maybe he's in the bathroom. I'm sure he is. Where else could he have gone? I thought. No big deal. I'll just wait for him out here. 5 minutes gone by. I think it was the longest 5 minutes of my life. As I was waiting.
Okay. No 5 minutes could be longer than the other 5 minutes. That is over exaggeration. Like, obviously, 5 minutes. Like, everyone always experience 5 minutes. 5 minutes ain't that long. Like, have you seen? Like, yeah. Every 5 minutes is the same. Nothing more, nothing less. Sorry to break it to you, but 5 minutes cannot be changed. They cannot be, personalized. Like this year that Super Mario 64. Each copy is personalized. Anyways, let's go back to the video.
I was just staring at Chucky. It's almost as if his grin kept getting wider and wider and wider. There's no way this is real, right? I must be imagining things. Suddenly, I felt my heart beating. Ralph, where did you go? So I started walking to the bathroom.
If you said, Ralph, where did you go? I was about to say bro has dementia. Anyway,
while keeping my eye on Chucky. After screaming for Ralph's name, there was no reply. Silence. Finally, I gathered the courage to look away from Chucky, ran into the boys' bathroom. I checked every single stall and he wasn't there.
Like, why I imagined the main character was just kicking the stalls open and just to find his dear old friend Ralph.
Maybe he's around here somewhere. I ran outside the boys' bathroom. As I looked up to the stage, all the
shot. No.
animatronics were there except for one. Chucky.
No, not again.
Ralph! I screamed at the top of my lungs. Ralph, where did you go? Suddenly, I heard a little cry coming from the ball pit. Ralph? I saw something sticking out. It was Ralph's hand, desperately reaching out of the pit as if he was drowning or being pulled in by something. But before I could reach him, his hand vanished, as if something sucked him inside the ball pit. I have never...
If I was the main character, I wouldn't have rushed immediately and tried to get Ralph out of there. Technically, kind of like this. Yeah, this is if I was the main character. Pretend the Creation King's heart from Kamen Rider Black Sun is Ralph, and this is the main character. Yeah, this is the exact thing I would do as if I was the main character. They're in that story.
Out his heart.
Anyways, back to the video. Anyways, obviously that's the exact thing if I would do if I was the main character. Obviously the main character, you know what? I'm just gonna call him Thomas. Yeah, Thomas. Would, obviously Thomas is Chicom. Anyways, back to the video.
The ball pit. I have never heard somebody cry that loud. He screamed for his life. I was ready to jump in to save him, but by the time I got there, it was already too late. Slowly but surely, something started leaking from the balls. I looked closely at it, and
Stop putting that stuff out of context,
it was
bro.
none other than blood. It was Ralph's blood and no one else's. In my peripheral, I saw something move. I looked to the side and I saw Chuck smiling. A grin I could never forget. The most evil grin. Holding a knife in his hand, he raised his hand at me and laughed. You having fun, Luke? As he said.
Okay, never mind. Screw him. Naming him Thomas for now on. I'm just gonna call him Luke. Anyways, if I was Luke, then probably if this fat ass rat with holding a knife, I would probably invite her. Like obviously what the main character did with obviously he picked flight, but for me I would pick fight basically like this. Okay, pretend this is Chucky and this is me after Chucky killed, like obviously he's there and probably he killed my friend, obviously. Anyways, let's.
Yeah, so I went to go visit my friend.
Yeah, this is technically me. Yeah. If I choose fight. Obviously, I'm not obviously gonna hench into Kamen Rider Black. But still. I'm still gonna fight him, even though I don't have punches or kicks or even other stuff. Chucky hit you guys. Yeah, that's exactly me. Like, to avenge my friend. Anyways, back to the video.
huge laugh. I sprinted for the door, even though I knew that the door was probably locked. Come on! I just want to have fun, said
Screw your
Chuck.
ass.
I heard Chuck's voice as he walked towards me. Thankfully, I found a chair that was just there Thankfully, I found a chair that was left by another night shift employee. I grabbed the chair
Yeah, that
and
is the
smashed it
most
across the glass
likely
as hard as
thing
I
would
could.
happen.
It cracked, but it didn't break. The alarm went off.
For me, I would literally use all my strength just to break it in one swing. Like probably not with a chair. Probably with my fists. As hard as I can. I know I would probably lose a finger or even my knuckles are broken, but hey, I survived. I want to live rather than just die having intact hands.
I hit the chair. I hit it 2 more times.
So, yeah.
Finally, the glass shattered. I jumped out as fast as I could, cutting my legs and arms in the process. I was halfway through the parking lot when I looked back to see Chuck standing there staring through the window. He waved one last time at me, but it wasn't his hand. It was Ralph's hand. You see, not everybody is as lucky as I was. I managed to stay overnight at Chuck E. Cheese, but our friend Ralph and his friend did not manage
Luke.
to stay there safely.
The
If you
main
made it this
character's name
far,
is
give yourself
Luke.
a pat on the back, but don't celebrate too soon. The story after this will chill you to the bone.
Are
Story
you
number
sure
2.
about that?
Everyone loves Chuck E. Cheese pizza. We all have a special place in our heart
Like, I
for
wonder,
Chuck E. Cheese
what
pizza.
does Chuck E.
That's
Cheese
how I've
pizza
always felt
taste
about
like?
Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Just warmed my heart. Except for this one time. The story I'm about to tell you will make you never want to eat Chuck E. Cheese pizza ever again.
Or
It was my
even eat
cousin's
ordinary
birthday. She was
pizza.
turning 8, so she was as excited as an 8-year-old could be. But when you're an adult, the last thing you look forward to is screaming kids and stinky feet. But hey, they were giving out free pizza, right? What's the worst that could happen? I thought. They had a special new type of pizza that they were serving today. Lucky me, I guess, right? Wrong. Apparently, they added this to the menu just today. Little strange, I
Wait,
thought. But
kaya
hey, it's
ano
free
ba?
pizza. It was called the Lori Special. They told us it was a limited time item, but it had extra cheese, extra sauce, and mystery toppings. Extra cheese, I thought. How delightful. Everyone likes surprises, but not
For me,
this
I
kind.
like extra
hope it's
chocolate.
extra steak,
Obviously, I
thought.
don't like
20 minutes
chocolate.
goes by. Something
Obviously,
strange happens.
chocolate pizza
Instead of a
sounds
regular
disgusting.
employee, Chucky came out to give us the pizza. You should have seen how excited the kids were. They all ran up to Chucky, waiting for free tickets or for a cool Chucky dance, but nothing. He just ignored them all. Suddenly, he just plopped a pizza in front of us.
Let me tell you this story is kind of my favorite. Due to, one reason is obviously, yeah, I don't know, the most simple thing. Honestly, there's food. Of course, my fat ass would like this story.
At us and walked away and said not a word. It was the most awkward 5 seconds of my life, so my mother said hi to try to break the ice, but nothing. He just stared at us and walked away. Weird, we thought. Although it was a strange encounter, we were really hungry and excited to eat pizza, but something smelled a little
Okay,
bit
baby,
off
say
about
just
this
dip.
pizza. It was covered in pepperoni, bacon, sausage, and one last meat that I couldn't really put my finger on. I picked up a piece, looked at it, and hesitantly took a bite. Instantly, there
Okay, there's this kid. Looks like he doesn't know why is he here and why is he not
Pinipit ako pa
why is he here why is he here why is he not being there, and why, like, it is so
Kita mo?
bro, it's like, why am I here? Who's this rat guy? Yeah, Saya, get back in the blanket.
Pagkaling blanket, mulai kita, brother.
Anyways, it's okay. let's go back to the video.
There was a feeling of nausea that overwhelmed me. I was gonna vomit. The sauce tasted like pennies, and the cheese was definitely expired.
BBC thinks that. Anyways, he said pennies, like coins, not, you know, lady underwear. Yeah, don't question that stuff.
But worst of all, I bit right into the mystery meat and I got a big piece. I spat the meat pieces out onto my plate, only to be mortified by what I saw. It was a human fingertip. My mother screamed.
Okay, let me tell you this. Wait, would that count as accidental cannibalism? Because, yeah, it is a human finger, and the main character technically bit on it. So, does it count as accidental cannibalism? I don't know anymore.
As loud as a mother could. I'm calling the police! The entire restaurant erupted in a panic. The manager came out confused, and he helped my mom dial the police number. After the police arrived, they said that a girl named Lori was missing about a week ago. Suddenly, it all made sense. The Lori special. Till this day,
Dun dun dun.
every time I hear the name, till this day, every time I hear the name Chuck E. Cheese, I vomit. Well, if you made it this far, I'm proud of you. But the story after this is about to get a whole lot creepier. So grab your diapers and let's keep watching.
I don't use
Story number
diapers.
3.
I don't shock
I've
myself.
always been afraid of Chucky, even when I was little. Just the sight of looking at Chuck E. Cheese would terrify me. I couldn't even look at him in a commercial. I would run and scream, hiding anywhere I could. My mom thought it was funny. I didn't. My mom said that I would grow out of my fear one day. But to me, it was different. It was more than just him looking creepy. Chucky would visit me every night in my dreams, appearing in his animatronic form,
Cat.
looking sickly and hungry, with blood dripping out of his mouth. Every night, he would peek his head out of my closet
Sleep
and
paralysis.
would slowly come to me, but I was too paralyzed to move. I sure am hungry, he'd say with his
Sleep
furry hand, finally grasping my arm, slowly moved
Wait,
it towards
wait
my
guys,
mouth.
wait
And
guys,
right
wait guys.
as he was about to pierce my skin with his ugly,
Say it.
yellow,
This is supposed to
rat
be
teeth,
kid-friendly.
I'd wake up. It got to the point where I would purposely stay awake all night just to avoid that reoccurring nightmare. I started to question reality. Was he really in my dreams, or was he actually?
I am closing my eye.
I was
I
turning
am
12 in
closing
just a
my
few
eyes
days.
right
I was
now.
excited to open up my gifts. Something to take my mind off of Chucky, I thought. My mom told me she had a very special surprise for me on my birthday. I was so excited. 2 days away till I find out what the surprise my mother had prepared for me was. Finally that day, I ran as fast as I could down the stairs to see what the surprise my mom had. She told me to come to the car and to cover my eyes until we got to the surprise. This wasn't looking good, but I was excited. Finally, I felt the car slowing down, and she said, "Sweetie, we're here." I eagerly took my hands away, and when I did, my heart stopped. I was looking right at a huge Chuck E. Cheese. The sign out glowed. I screamed involuntarily. "What's wrong, honey?" she said. "Aren't you over your little..."
Okay, let me tell you this. If his heart stopped, technically he probably got cardiac arrest, or even a heart attack, or even he probably passed out and his mother had no choice but to take him to the hospital. Anyways, I know how this story ends.
But she didn't say it in her voice. It was someone else's voice. A much deeper, a much angrier voice. She grabbed me by my shirt.
Okay, if I was in that situation, I would technically go full on sicko mode. sicko mode. Like, I'm not joking. I'm gonna go sicko mode. Like, I would, even though technically that's my own mother, I have no choice. I have to kill my mom.
Quiet lang bibigay quiet.
I don't know, bites, scratch, punch, or even have the balls to use it. Have the balls to even go to Chuck E. Cheese with my mom's, femur bone. 2 femur bones and go into Chuck E. Cheese. Stab all the employees. Or even go to the kitchen and get some knives and stab Chuck E. Cheese in his fucking chest. Obviously, the main character did not do that, and obviously, he's not Filipino.
Collar and dragged me inside. All the employees had a horrible smiling face that were twisting devilishly. They clapped as my mother brought me closer to the Chucky animatronic. Help! I screamed. At last, I was standing before Chucky himself. His eyes glowed red, his mouth opened wide, with sharp yellow teeth. I had seen this in my dreams. This can't be real.
Yep, his dreams literally predicted. He's doomed. He has prophet dreams.
No, I thought, but it was too
Prophet
late.
paralysis.
This time, when he grabbed my arm, his teeth actually touched my skin. I screamed out in pain for 5 minutes straight, until I finally died. But don't worry, I'm doing just fine. These days, I live here, with many other... I screamed out in pain for 5 minutes straight, until I finally died. But don't worry, I'm doing just fine. These days, I live here with many other kids, and we're doing just fine. Actually, I think there's a new member of our family joining us today. I really hope so. I'll be watching from Chucky's eyes. Who knows? Maybe it might even be you.
Hello, Barbie boy.
Well, that was it. 3 scary stories.
Yeah, except for that story. That story is where my balls shattered. Anyways, if I was that child, I would probably start to, tell all of the kids who got eaten by Chuck, they take revenge, like basically expand out of like, why not just get out of there, or even just like use our spiritual energy for basically blow up Chucky from the inside, freeing our souls and bringing us to the afterlife. And I'll probably write some notes. Tell my mom bring me to my death, and the cops will arrest her, put her in a cell for her to rot for the rest of her life.
If you guys enjoyed that video and you want to see more scary stories, let me know in the section down below.
Okay, now it's my time to leave. If you like this first reaction, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Stay tuned for more of these videos. Bye!
Dito ka nga!